day after, kind of look at what happened last night. Just overall thoughts, I guess, on where you guys are at.
Yeah, obviously we still have to continue trying to be consistent throughout the course of a ball game with what we're trying to do. But the biggest takeaway from last night is just, we have to play with a sense of physicality defensively. We always talk about communication. We talk about ball pressure. We don't want to give up middle drives or blow-bys because our help is built from the baseline side. So we want to keep the ball on the sideline. We talk about being physical without fouling, which is a huge one. And then, giving multiple efforts to contesting, to finishing a play, and especially the last two, trying to be physical without fouling. We weren't physical, but we did foul, and it showed. And then even given the multiple efforts to contesting, to finishing, and the finishing part, was tough for us at times. And again, it's not about our technique or the X's and O's of it. What you continue to look for where the consistency lies is trying to be physical and give that physical effort time in and time out throughout the course of the game, especially at the beginning, so the team is not feeling good right off the bat about what they want to try to accomplish offensively. So we're going to keep talking about it, keep addressing it, but I told our guys there even has to be another level of physicality come playoff time. And I'm not sure if we understand that yet, and understand how long we have to bring it. And that was probably the thing that bothered me the most about last night's game.
Is that more egregious now than it had been in previous? Like, is it all becoming more of a problem? Because obviously some of those things are big consistent themes throughout the season.
So from that standpoint, because we're saying the same thing, get up into the ball, be physical without fouling, make them feel you from the beginning. Don't ease into the game, and don't let them ease into the game, especially at this point in the year, going into the playoffs, knowing that that's how you have to play in order to have success in the playoffs. That's the part that where you get a little worried, because the sense of urgency is right here, and we all have to show it.
Will you keep your head in the Warriors game tonight and see what the result is? Because that can clinch you as guys as well if they believe they lose.
I have dinner plans already. So
okay, there we go.
I didn't even know the Warriors were playing tonight, but I already have dinner plans, and so obviously as a coach, you always kind of check scores throughout the course of the evening. But I didn't plan on it because I didn't know that they were playing. But at some point, I will.
And how are the guys today? Just after maybe not an emotional loss, but a loss that felt bigger than maybe it should have been.
They're the same for the most part after a loss, especially when they know they could have probably played better. There's a part of you that, hey, we got to get our work in, but there's a part of you that wants last night back, another opportunity. So they're good. They put themselves in this position to be able to control their destiny at the end of the day, and we're going to make sure we try to take advantage of it.
Not to over dramatize what happened last night or dramatize what happened last night, but is there another team out there like them that has made you guys so disrupted or look out of sorts the way kind of they have?
Their length, their athleticism, size, physicality has definitely bothered us throughout the course of the year. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, there are a couple other teams where their length and or their physicality has bothered us. But I think it's great. I think it's fantastic to continue to go through and learn from and grow from, because a lot of times, even us, there might be teams that we have swept or that we had won the series that it could be different come playoff time. I've experienced that many times in years past, and we've had our teams had our number in the regular season, but come playoff time, it's a different ball game, and in my opinion, those things happen throughout the course of the year, and it's not anything to be alarmed about. What to me, more than anything else, is something to really, like those games, in my opinion, you learn more from those types of teams and situations than maybe some others that you might have lost or even won.
Gotcha.
You guys have been top 10 three-point shooting this season. Was it surprising you last night to see 5 3-point makes? I think that was the least amount in in 3 years? Is that just a matter of shots not falling, or were you seeing something else?
I mean, part of it was shots not falling. I think for sure 2 of Keegan's went in and then just bounced out. But also they had something to do with it because they consciously tried to take away our 3 with Rudy Gobert protecting the paint, and so even a couple of Keegan, he gets a handful of decent looks with his feet set in the shoulder square, but a lot of his stuff were on the move, and he's on the move, his body's twisting, and that's part of the reason why they go in and pop out, There were a couple other ones that we missed that we make, but you got to give them credit. They had a lot to do with it, and their awareness of trying to get the shooters, but more importantly, them trying to be physical from the beginning of the game so we don't feel comfortable when as we're trying to get a rhythm.
If you do clinch tonight, does that change your game plan at all for tomorrow?
No.